Okay, this is the lesson on Panorama building inside Photoshop. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here to Automate and go down to Photo Merge. And we're going to pick up the images for the panorama that we're going to do, which was out in Oregon at Crater Lake. So I'm going to pick Auto. Sometimes it'll be better to pick one of these, but you just have to go in and play with it and see what happens. This image in Lightroom works quite well, but for some reason in Photoshop here, I've had problems with it. So I'm not sure which one of these is better for it, but I'm going to pick Auto and see what happens. A lot of images, if you haven't done a good 25% overlap for each image, it won't stitch them together very well. So I've highlighted all of these. I'm going to click OK. And it's going to take a little while because this is an older computer. It's a 2009 iMac, and I'm not sure. You know, I cleared out all the cache, but who knows whether or not it's going to take forever or not. So we're hoping that it doesn't. And of course, we're stuck with this picture of my son who photobombed me at the end of the panorama, which he had a lot of fun doing. So it's going to start stitching these things together, and this takes a little bit of time, but depending on what computer you have, if you have an older computer, it'll take a little bit of time to do it. Really depends on the size of the images. These are all raw images that I've shot here, so obviously it's going to build a giant file. Right now it's dealing with 68.3 megabytes, so the focus stacking one was 200 and something, so I don't know, we'll have to see how it comes out. Last time I did this, it had some problems in the middle, which I wasn't about to sit there and stamp them out. So I'm hoping that this time it will be a little bit better. Not sure, since I haven't really changed much. But like I said, Lightroom seems to do a better job with this. I don't know why, but when I did it in Photoshop, it was great. It allows you to, once it's been built, to go into the menu and see what it looks like for each one, for each option that you pick. So we'll see what happens when it aligns these layers and see if they all fit together. I thought I was pretty close to doing 25% of each image overlay, but I don't know. It's much better to do it on a tripod because it works great on a tripod. The other thing that you have to worry about is the nodal point on each lens, which is the actual middle of the lens. So there's actually pano heads that you can buy, which are quite expensive, that line up the middle of the lens with the middle of the tripod. So when you turn the lens, turn the camera on the head, it'll automatically line everything up correctly. So when you stitch it together, there's no leading lines that go into the image won't get split up. So we're going to see what happens here with blend selected. Blending layers here. Wish this didn't take so long. My MacBook Pro would be a lot faster, but there's no way for me to get audio into it. I'd have to use the crazy microphone that's in the laptop to do it, and it's not nearly as good. This is a lav mic that I'm using here. All right, so here we go. Let's see what happens. Come on. Yeah, still got some problems. I think when you see, let me blow this up, you can get, oh, look at that, it's coming right out. All right, so there's no issue here. When we blow it up to 100%, it's fine. So we're going to crop this down, but it shows you where the stitches are. That's interesting. All right, so we're going to bring it right to the edges here, and so make a pretty cool panorama of Crater Lake with my son photobombing it, of course. Okay, now that it's done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lighten this up a little bit because I think it's a little bit too bright. Come on. It's 107 megabytes, so it's taking a little time to get going here. No. Oh, I think I know why. Let's see if there's any layers they have to deal with. Oh, they're all selected. Huh. Well, see if we can go up here and. Oh, I see. No, I don't see. Well, I'm going to stack this, I think, is what we're going to do. Oh, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. It's going to go to layers and flatten image. And there go those things. Go here. So you have to make sure you flatten the image. See, in Lightroom, you don't have to do that. Lighten it up just a little bit. And I think I may go over here and dodge my son a little bit so he shows up a little bit better. This is a huge picture, by the way. Come on, John. There you go. Okay. So actually I need to crop it a little bit more. Come up a little bit more from the bottom. Come on. Computer's really bogging down because it's so big. All right, so this picture in size is actually at 300 dpi. It's 41 inches long by 10 inches high. That's kind of neat. Have a big image like that. Of course, it's sharp all the way through. Very neat. You can still have a little bit of inkling of where the stitching went on, but other than that, it's pretty good. It's done a good job. Then I'll save it out. So that is Panorama in